read I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day, or the tragic Yuri that you know isn't going to end well, but you kind of want to keep reading anyways. But also, apparently one of them is only 10 years old, and I don't know how to feel about that. Sheena is an orphan who can do magic. So basically she goes to a magic school where she is taught to fight. And recently it has been announced that her roommate did not make it back from the last battle. Finds the reaction of her classmates interesting in that they don't seem to really care, except for one who is kind of her friend. And mostly there's a lot of gossip about a new magic user who has become very strong and has basically been carving the battlefields apart, making some of the girls hope that maybe the war will be over soon and they won't have to fight. One night, Sheena has gone and, got herself some rice. A mysterious girl comes up to her, covered in blood, asks for some of the rice, scarfs it down, and then checks out Sheena's wounds. Turns out they have a new classmate, and her name is Mimi, and she is the girl that Sheena met the night before. And of course, she's going to be Sheena's new roommate. The story goes on from there. We never actually get to see a battlefield because Sheena is our main character, and she's also horrible at fighting. But we get to see some of the aftermath of it, as Mimi will often be covered in blood, and there's a revelation later in the manga that I won't talk about because it's spoilers. And basically, Sheena trying to keep a good distance between herself and Mimi so that she won't get hurt again, but ultimately giving up and accepting her as her friend. I have to say the two I'm actually the most interested are in these ones. The dark hair girl is the one who really tries to connect with Sheena. You'd say she's the closest to a friend Sheena has before Mimi. And the other one is the girl that hangs around her, who is obviously her girlfriend. Since this is Tragic Yuri, you're just kind of waiting and seeing which one of these two is going to die and how the other one is going to break. So yes, lots of drama, lots of let's find out what happens next.